Alright guys, I hope everybody's doing good. This is your boy Luis Diamante with Demigods Gaming. We are playing Space Engineers. I'm helping you guys with doing a perfect start on the game. So if you guys take a look, we've already had the process to start the windmills and start our assembler and our basic assembler. So when we spawn in, we drop in on this drop pod right here. Alright. We are playing on the Desert Wolves server. This game I usually have a tendency, I like to play it on community servers. Just because I'm a big fan of a lot of the mods that are on this game. The server does have mods on it, just to give you guys a heads up. Alright, with that being said, let's go ahead and get going. So, like I stated before, I already have the windmill set up. This is what I call, for me, personally, this is my opinion, it's a perfect start. You go ahead, you're going to put everything to the blueprint. When you put everything to the blueprint, it's going to cause right there. It's going to show up along your bottom of your... I am playing on console. So, I do a mixture of mouse and keyboard along with the controller just to control my character and a couple other things I use for it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and let's get this crafting. So we're going to get these producing. Take a look, I already have some stuff already done. So we're going to go ahead and pull that stuff out and continue our process. First part is to get your windmills going so that way you can get power to the base. There you go. There's our first step to getting power to the base. What I normally do, I do 5 of them. And with doing 5 of them, what happens is you get enough power to get you going. Eventually our goal in the game is to get up to space, but we'll get that at some point. I got that all set up. Good to go. Now the fun part. Let's go do some drilling. When you're doing drilling, it is crucial. This game is relatively loud. So when you're doing drilling, it is crucial that you kind of go at an angle, because again, hydrogen is going to be a nuisance. Alright, so we dig down where you can at least still kind of walk your way up. So we dug ourselves down to the stone. Put up a cave a little bit more, opened up so we can actually walk through it. Now this isn't the regular pod, respawn pod you guys spawn in at when you're actually playing the game. This is a mod. Desert Wolves team added this one, and they've been asking me for some feedback. What do I think of it as a respawn pod? So I'm gonna say don't think that this is gonna be here forever. It looks good, everything like that. There is a couple key component features that I think that it's missing. My biggest thing is, it doesn't have no oxygen generator, it doesn't have a hydrogen tank, any of the sorts. So I added those myself. Thing that is very important if you're gonna put a mod in and put it into a server for your players, definitely keep that in mind. Those of you that are server owners, me personally, I have about 3,000 hours in this game. So it's one of those, I really believe that if you're going to put something that's a mod, just add it in there for your player base. We get it. We get a little bit of hydrogen with the new rover system that they added. Just make this hole a little bit bigger so at least I can walk and not have to crouch all over the place. Oh, I appreciate the follow. Welcome to the chat room. What we're doing right now is what I believe, in my opinion, is a perfect start to Space Engineers. It's a little bit grindy at the first. We are playing on the Desert Wolves server. It is a crossplay server. Those of you that are watching, let me know, what start do you guys mostly like to do when you guys play this game? Do you guys like to do Earth side? Are you guys a fan of doing more space side? Or on the moon, or on a different planet, Mars? those that play on the servers with that have Triton and all that, let me know what you guys, where do you guys like to start? Of course, we got to deal with this wolf. Those of you remember back in the day with this game, the inability not to be able to kill those wolves were a nuisance when you first started. All right, there we go. Now we have our power producing at the base. So now the next step we got to go is get these assembler and the refinery done. Oh, the infamous famous saying in this game, energy low. So let this keep on going. All right, how's it going? Thank you for stopping up today during our perfect start, in my opinion, in Space Engineers. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. We just got the power up and going. Now we got to get the assembler and the refiner going. Cobalt, that's nickel. Iron, okay. There's cobalt right there. Cobalt is going to be crucial for us when we're building to make our thrusters for our ship, for our starting miner. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take advantage, and let's get us some of that cobalt. Let's collect some of this good old cobalt. We ended up collecting enough right now. Don't want to go too crazy. Even though the server has the one of the mods where the inventory increases, but I'd rather build the ship and get it going. Where's that? That's the Wolves base. There's the respawn pod, and there is our starter base. That's why we were working on quickly getting to that point where we can have the assembler refinery attached to the base, to the streaming base, and that way we just produce its own power and don't have to use this anymore. Eventually, we are going to move the survival kit from here, take it over to that base so that we have a respawn point. If you don't do that, let's just say if you die, you will be respawning somewhere else. So those of you that are new to the game, definitely want to keep an eye on that, out for that. Right, once we get those done, we should be good to go and no more have to use the survival kit anymore. Now what we can do, now that we have the refiner and assembler going, we'll transfer all these things back over here. All right, there we go. Now that we have that going, we got power going. Now we're going to make cargo container. And the next step, we are going to take, what we're going to do is we're going to take our survival kit. We're going to take it from here and now transfer it to the base. Need some steel plates. So what we want to do is not die at the moment. Have ourselves a cargo container here, so we're going to empty out some of our stuff. Go ahead and go. Get some more done right there. Hope all of y'all tuning in are having a great day. Thanks for stopping up today. Get some of that ice back with us, and we'll go ahead and make oxygen generator. Now that we have that up and going, so we're going in the right direction. So what we're going to do now is we are going to make some components. Next thing we want to do, it's a mod. It's one of my favorite mods that I like to use. And it's this right here. The gravel shifter. With the gravel shifter, what it does, it's a process to help you because then it'll turn your gravel into a little bit of every single resource that exists in the game. So, way to get you started, get you going. And the reason why the owners added it to this is just a way to help out players. Due to the fact is collecting some resources gives you a little bit more flexibility of building anywhere. That way you're not stuck with I can't find gold. I can't find something. It's not going to give you a whole lot, but it does give you something. So for me personally, this is one of my favorite mods in the game. Those of you that are watching, let me know what you guys think. Now, what we're going to do now, we are going to go and get our mining ship that I already have assembled at my playthrough base. There it is. Have my sorters already all set up, so we're good to go. Because how heavy this ship is set up, this is where thruster designs will help you out the best. Now, if everything goes according to plan, we should have our grabber shifter up and going. Do this, change this real quick, move it over here. So waiting a couple more pieces to make for our gravel shifter. Once that is done, we'd be good to go. Now we'll start with the gravel shifter. We'll go ahead and whatever we collect from stone, it converts the gravel into a little bit, just a little bit of every single resource in the game. Like I stated before, it's a method that the owners do to help out folks to give them more flexibility where they can build differently. Because normally when you spawn in the game, you have a tendency to, those that know of the game, you want to look for somewhere where you have ice, because ice you'll need it for oxygen and hydrogen, which later on it can help you make your hydrogen ships to get up to space when you do a Earth start. If you guys want me to do a start from the moon or from space, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you guys want me to do that in another series. All right, keep that going. While that goes, so we have an assembler, basic refinery, generator. So the next step we're going to do is I'm going to work, once I get all this welded up, because since we do play on a dedicated server, all these wire grids right there have a tendency to cause server lag, depending on the server provider and everything like that, based off of my experience in the game. So what I like to do is if I'm a player, I like to help that out, cost the least amount of lag. That is why a lot of times when I'm playing, you'll guys notice that I do not, anybody that has played with me on servers, I do not use printers. I do not print chips. Every ship that I do in the game, I make it by hand. Just think about it and keep on going. Have I made some good ships? I think so. Have I made some not so great ships? Absolutely. I still remember the first time I made my first large grid ship. Me and my buddy were playing, and the ship, just because I didn't have enough up thrusters, I didn't have all the stuff set up properly, the ship just crashed. So another question, those of you that are watching, let me know how was your experience if you played Space Engineers building your first ship. Let me know in the comments, and that'll be awesome. I do have a series going on with this one. I do have some editing I have to do for this. You can follow it. You can follow it on my YouTube channel along with other series that I'm doing. It should be this. The name of it should be tagged in the descriptions in my profile. If you guys click on it, I do also stream on here, YouTube, and Kick. If you want to drop by, you like what you see, want to hang out, have a good time. All right, grabber shifter is about to be assembled. Now what the gravel shifter does, it's going to take the gravel, and if you take a look, it gives you a little bit of everything. Now the server does have mods, has a 3-in-1 cubicle mod. What the cubicle mod does is it works, think about it on your refineries, those that you know. It gives you the mod of speed, yield, and power efficiency all in one. And as you see, we're slowly creating more. A little bit of everything. And then we'll go through our next step, which is it's going to be starting our first small grid miner. I'll show you guys how I like to build a miner when I start out on a server. I am going to do it with no mods because every single server has their own set of mods that they like to use. So in our case, what we're going to do is I'm just going to build it generical plain Jane. So since I still have some pieces left, what we're going to do, we're going to build an area for building. All right, keep on going. All right, and with that, we are going to call this one an episode for the series. Thank you very much for you guys stopping up. This is your boy Lewis with Demigods Gaming. If you could do me a favor, just take a look at the next video that pops up on your top right hand and continue on the series. Thank you very much.